Hello guys, in this video I will be teaching you guys how to PvP in Minecraft 1.8.9. So let's begin. I divided the PvP tutorial into 6 total parts. The last part is a secret you need to unlock by watching the video without skipping. If you skip the video, you will unlock the last part but will not be able to understand it, because to understand it, you need to learn the 5 first parts. Number 1. Clicking. Clicking is important when it comes to PvP. Obviously, you need to click on your opponent to be able to hit them. CPS is known as click per second. The more CPS you get, the more it is easy to combo your opponent. There are various clicking methods to gain more CPS. Some of those are drag clicking, jitter clicking, butterfly clicking, and normal clicking, etc. I like to shift between butterfly, jitter, and normal clicking. So the procedure for you to jitter click is fairly easy. What you have to do is put your middle finger on top of your index finger like this, and now you will be like, how will I click the right mouse button if my middle finger is on top of my index finger? So you click that with your ring finger like this, and then you just need to try to like tense up your hand from up here to be able to jitter click, and then just try to vibrate your finger and you will get like 10 CPS like this. And if you elongate your finger, it will be even more easy like this, not like this. This is wrong, this is right. And if you want to normal click 10 CPS or 12 CPS, you just need to normally put your hand on your mouse and try to bend your index finger like this, or you can even do this with your middle finger on right mouse button, and try to tense up your index finger, not your upper hand, only index finger, and try to vibrate it. If you practice it 1-2 times, you will be able to get it like this. Now moving to the second part, aiming. Aiming is extremely important for being able to be good at PvP. Think about it. If you cannot aim at the opponent, how will you be able to hit them? It doesn't matter what your CPS is, you will not be able to hit the opponent. If you want to get a good aim, you just need to adjust the sensitivity and your mouse DPI, where you are comfortably able to flick and also be able to aim at anything. Quick tip: on your desktop, open control panel, search mouse, click on mouse, go to pointer options, in motion uncheck enhance pointer precision. This will help you to aim smoothly. Now let's learn about reach. Reach is important because if you are trying to hit a guy from like 5 blocks away, will you be able to hit him? Obviously no. So in Minecraft, every player gets 3 blocks of reach. Now what does that mean? It means that the maximum distance from which you can hit a player, break blocks built or used, chest or levers, etc. So we have 3 blocks of reach. Now how is reach helpful in PvP? Even if you try it by yourself, you observe that if there is a player 3 blocks away from you and you're trying to hit him on his feet, it won't work, because it takes more reach in an angle rather than no angle. Hitting him on his feet makes an angle of around 45 degree, which is probably 3.5 blocks of reach. But if you aim directly on his head, you get no angle, means 3 blocks of reach from which you can hit him. So try to aim straight forward, not up or down. Even if your opponent is on a higher plane, aim straight forward. That is for the aiming and reach section. Now let's get to the third part, sprint resetting. This is the most important topic you need to learn after clicking and aiming, because if you don't learn and understand this properly, you will not be able to PvP at all. I see some people skipping this topic and be like,
Huh? Sprint resetting? I can easily do that. I don't even need to watch a tutorial.
but it's important. Trust me. So if you observe it, there is a huge amount of knockback when you hit someone for the first time after sprinting, but second, third, fourth, fifth time, your hit will get lesser and lesser knockback. That's why we use sprint reset. So what you do is after each hit, you reset your sprint so that you get that first knockback every single time. There is multiple way of doing this. Let's start with W tapping. You just let go of your W key after a hit and press it again for the next hit. Block hitting. You press your right mouse button after each hit to block the sword, and Then you release your right mouse button to hit the player again. S typing. You let go of your W key and press the S key for a split second, and then you press your W key again for the next hit. Now there's more way of sprint reset, but I covered the main ones and the most effective ones. Now let's see what we have in part 4, spacing. This is the fourth most important part you need to properly understand. Why spacing is necessary? Because imagine you're comboing your opponent and you randomly come too close to the opponent or to go too far from the opponent, and that ruins your combo. That's why whenever you combo someone, make sure that after each hit you are not too close or too far from the opponent and you are in the reach of 2.5 to 3 blocks. To do this, just concentrate while comboing and focus mainly on the distance between you and your opponent. And do not be afraid of pressing S key to adjust the distance or pressing W key for long to get in the reach to hit the player. That's it. Now coming at part 5, strafing and how it's useful in a combo. Strafing. Now imagine you learned clicking, aiming, sprint resetting, and now you go to PvP, but the opponent also knows about all that. Almost every player knows about aiming, clicking, and etc. So how will you defeat him? That's where strafing comes into play. Strafing is basically you trying to tune your opponent's aim so that you can hit them easily and they can't. But when you strafe, your opponent misses to hit you, but if you're not concentrating, you may also miss the hit. So before learning strafing, make sure you master aiming first. By the way, if you want me to make a dedicated video on any of these topics, feel free to comment and there will be a dedicated version from any of these topics in less than 2 weeks. Probably at least 10 days. So to strafe, you need to press A or D unpredictably. To do that, just focus on comboing your opponent and let your hand randomly press A or D at random interval of time. So it is as unpredictable as it could be. That's it. So now let's see what's there to be covered about the last 6th secret part. Congratulations, you made it this far. For a reward, you deserve more than one part. You deserve 5 more parts. Yes, isn't it exciting that you get to learn a lot more about PvP than those people who clicked off the video before making it here? And if by any chance you PvP those people, you would win. So let's start. Jump resetting. Jump resetting is actually a secret technique which is used to take no knockback at all. To jump reset, you have to hit the spacebar exactly after getting hit while pressing W key. This will reduce your knockback so much that it will make you take 0 knockback only if done correctly. You can make this more effective by W tapping after jump resetting. This will make you take no knockback at all. Now, moving to the 7th part, starting combos. Now let's start imagining that you are not playing boxing mode in a PvP server. Imagine that you are playing Bed Wars or Skywars or maybe 1.8.9 SMP. In all of these examples, you have more than a sword and a regular armor. You may have a bow, a fishing rod, or maybe snowballs, eggs. But why does that even matter? That matters because if you get to PvP with someone with more than those stuff, you can use them for starting combos. You know, it's risky to start a combo with a sword because your opponent gets an opportunity to hit you as well, and who knows that they might start comboing you. Rather than taking a risk, you can use projectile like bow, fishing rod, etc. to hit your opponent from far away, and when they got a knockback and they moved backwards, you can start comboing them. Now moving to the 8th part, blocking. By the term blocking, I mean blocking your opponent from reaching you. Blocking is helpful in Bed Wars and Skywars since you get blocks to use while PvPing. To do blocking, you need to place a block in front of your opponent to block their path. Once they're blocked for 1 to 2 seconds, you go from the side of a block and start a combo. Because they're not moving, you will easily be able to combo them. And to avoid getting blocked by some opponent, as they place block in front of you, quickly back away and avoid their hit and then start PvPing. That's it. Now moving to the 9th secret part, side pearling. Now we can think about even more advanced situation. So now you don't just get fishing rod, bow, sword, etc. You get pearls. But how can you use pearls to get a combo? What you do is before starting the PvP or while being comboed, you can throw a pearl right at the side of your opponent and you flick and hit the opponent and start comboing them. They would be looking at the position you were at before purling, so you will easily be able to combo them. That's it. Now moving to the 10th secret part, fake purling. So you learn to side pull, but what about if your opponent knows all your technique? This is where the most underrated and most unknown technique comes in. Fake purling is a technique which can be used if your opponent is highly skilled. What you do is while getting comboed or before starting the PvP, you can throw a pearl like pressing Q, throwing the actual item. It will look like you are about to teleport right next to your opponent. But what actually happened is you throw the item, not the pearl. So your opponent will flick and look at their side, hoping you will teleport there. But you will not. Since they got their aim of you, you can easily combo them. Another way of fake pearling is by throwing a fake pearl on their side and then throwing an actual pearl on the other side. So they will look at the fake pearl first because you threw a fake pearl first. And little did they know, you will stab them on their back and make an unstoppable combo. That's it for fake pearling part. Now let's recap. Recap. Clicking. CPS is known as click per second. The more CPS, the more easy to combo. Various clicking method. Jitter, normal, butterfly clicking. I recommend using jitter or normal. Aiming. Adjust your sensitivity in mouse DPI to get a good aim. Practice makes perfect. So practice and you will get an aim like this. Reach. Every player gets 3 blocks of reach. Try to aim straight, not up or down for the maximum reach. Sprint resetting. There are multiple ways of sprint resetting. W tapping, S tapping, block hitting. I recommend W tapping. Hit a player, let go your W key for a split second and again hold your W key and hit the player again. Spacing. Make sure after each hit to not get too close to the opponent nor too far. If you do, then don't be afraid of pressing S key to adjust the space between. Strafing. Do not let your opponent hit you and start a combo on you. Let your hand randomly press A and D at random interval of time. So it is as unpredictable to hit you as it could be. Jump resetting. Press spacebar exactly after you get hit to gain less knockback. W tapping with jump resetting equals negligible amount of knockback. Starting combos. Use your bow, fishing rod or any projectile to hit the player before starting to fight so that they freeze on air for a split second and you will be able to start a combo on them. Blocking. Place some blocks in front of your opponent like you are hitting them with the projectile, and when they are blocked and freeze, start a combo on them. Side purling. Before starting the PvP or while getting comboed, throw a pearl right next to your opponent and aim at them and start a combo. This is a little different than starting combos, but this also is an easy way to win a PvP. Fake purling. Throw a pearl item by pressing Q to confuse your opponent that you are side purling, but you are fake purling and get the combo. You can also do this by throwing a fake pearl to the side of them and then throwing an actual pearl to the other side to backstab them and get a little more chance to combo them. That's it. I hope you learned something new from this video. Thank you very much for watching the video till the end. Have a great day and goodbye.